HMS Belfast is one of the most iconic warships of the Royal Navy, with a long and distinguished service history that spans World War II, the Korean War, and beyond. Laid down in 1936 and launched on March 17, 1938, she was designed as a town-class light cruiser, a class of warships intended to provide a balance of firepower, speed, and protection. At full displacement, Belfast weighed over 11,500 tons and measured 613 feet, 187 meters, in length, with a beam of 63 feet, 19 meters, and a draft of 17 feet, 5.3 meters. Her main armament consisted of 12 6-inch, 152 mm, guns arranged in 4 triple turrets, capable of firing high-explosive and armor-piercing shells up to a range of 14 miles, 22.5 kilometers. She was also equipped with 12 4-inch dual-purpose guns, numerous anti-aircraft weapons, and torpedo tubes, making her a formidable adversary against both surface ships and aircraft. Powered by 4 Admiralty 3-drum boilers and 4 Parsons geared turbines, she could reach speeds of up to 32 knots, 59 km per hour, and had a range of 8,664 nautical miles, 16,050 kilometers, at a cruising speed of 13 knots, 24 km per hour. Commissioned into the Royal Navy on August 5, 1939, just weeks before Britain entered World War II, Belfast was initially assigned to the Home Fleet, patrolling the North Sea to intercept German vessels. However, her early service was cut short on November 21, 1939, when she struck a German magnetic mine near the Firth of Forth. The explosion caused severe structural damage, cracking her hull and breaking her keel, rendering her out of action for nearly 3 years as extensive repairs and upgrades were carried out. By November 1942, Belfast had been refitted with improved armor and radar, and she rejoined the fleet, playing a crucial role in Arctic convoy operations. Tasked with protecting supply routes to the Soviet Union, she operated in treacherous, ice-filled waters, often facing the threat of German U-boats, aircraft, and surface raiders. One of her most significant contributions came during the Battle of North Cape on December 26, 1943, when she, alongside the battleship HMS Duke of York and other Royal Navy units, engaged and ultimately sank the German battleship Scharnhorst. Using her advanced radar and superior firepower coordination, Belfast was instrumental in tracking and directing fire onto the enemy vessel, which was eventually destroyed, with only 36 survivors from her crew of nearly 2,000. This victory ensured the continued safety of Allied convoys in the Arctic and dealt a major blow to the German Kriegsmarine. After her success in the North Atlantic, Belfast was redeployed to support the Normandy landings in June 1944, where she played a vital role in Operation Overlord. Positioned off the coast of France, she bombarded German fortifications at Gold and Juno beaches, providing fire support for British and Canadian troops advancing inland. Her powerful 6-inch guns rained down shells on enemy positions, neutralizing key strongpoints and allowing the Allies to establish a foothold. Over the following weeks, she continued her bombardment duties, assisting in the breakout from Normandy. Following the end of World War II, Belfast was stationed in the Far East, initially as part of the British Pacific Fleet, and later, she participated in the Korean War from 1950 to 1952. During this conflict, she provided naval gunfire support for United Nations forces, shelling enemy positions and supply lines along the Korean peninsula. Her guns were used to great effect against North Korean and Chinese positions, helping to disrupt enemy troop movements and logistics. Following her service in Korea, Belfast remained active in various peacetime roles, conducting diplomatic missions, training exercises, and goodwill tours until she was finally decommissioned in 1963. Rather than being scrapped like many of her contemporaries, she was preserved and, in 1971, became a museum ship under the care of the Imperial War Museums. Permanently moored on the River Thames in London, she serves as a floating monument to British naval history. Today, visitors can explore her decks, gun turrets, and engine rooms, gaining an immersive experience of life aboard a wartime cruiser. Her preservation ensures that future generations can appreciate the role she played in key naval battles of the 20th century, making her one of the most significant surviving warships of her era.